Most of us enjoy watching anime where the main character is super powerful and easily defeats their enemies. But in my opinion, seeing the journey they go through to reach that level is much more satisfying. When there's a real struggle behind that power, it makes the anime way more interesting. If you think the same way, this video is just for you. Today, I'm introducing 5 anime where the main character wasn't strong from the start but worked hard to become incredibly powerful. I bet the first title that popped into your head is Black Clover, right? Well, it's not on this list. It's already super popular and most people have seen it. Instead, I've included some lesser-known gems. Hope you enjoy it. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Happy watching in advance. One of the anime featured in this video is called Ayaka, a story of bonds and wounds. This series dives into the relationships between 4 young men and perfectly aligns with its title. The main character is an orphan whose life takes a sharp turn after meeting one of his father's disciples. From there, the story takes him to various mysterious places. And when I say mysterious, I'm not kidding. In this world, there are strange dragons, and our protagonist learns to tap into the so-called magic powers of this world. Along the way, he learns how to control his abilities and, like in most anime, takes on the responsibility of maintaining peace in the world.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing.
When I first heard the name of this anime, I thought it might be an isekai. But nope, this isn't an isekai. It's just a regular fantasy anime. The name? The hidden dungeon only I can enter. Unlike many fantasy anime, the main character in this one comes from the lowest rank of a noble family. He's not some powerful hero who can slay monsters with ease. On the contrary, he's been constantly under pressure, tortured, ignored, and even seen as worthless. Despite all this, the protagonist has a unique ability. He can communicate with an old sage, a guy who seems to know everything. Since he can't land a job as a librarian, he decides to join the Hero Academy. But here's the catch. He has to get stronger to qualify. The sage suggests that he venture into a hidden dungeon deep in the mountains. That's where he meets an attractive girl who's been trapped there for centuries. She gives him a special power, the ability to control reality. But as you might have guessed, special powers always come with a price. If this brief summary has piqued your interest, I suggest checking out the anime for yourself. And if you're still not sure what it's about, let me spell it out. This fantasy anime also doubles as a harem and action anime. Oh, and to spice things up, the protagonist can only use his special ability if he gets excited or engages in physical contact.
I said you better watch what you're doing, 'cause I ain't gonna stop when I'm moving. I'm headed to the top, I'ma do it. I'm headed to the top, I'ma prove it. And baby girl, I like what you're doing. Your body's out of sight when you're moving. You look just like my type, so let's do it. You know I'll treat you right, let me prove it.
The next anime on the list is Dragonar Academy. Chances are, most of you haven't seen this one since it's not super popular. It falls into the same genres as the previous anime I mentioned. A fantasy, harem, action-packed story. Now, I'm not personally into this type of anime, and I only watched it for the sake of this video. But I know some of you love this genre and might already be curious about it. The story takes place in a world full of dragons where almost everyone can have their own dragon, except for one person. And that person is, of course, our main character. Classic, right? But here's the twist. While he can't have his own dragon, he's somehow able to ride other people's dragons, something nobody else can do. Back when he was a kid, he lost an arm while trying to save someone and was on the verge of death. However, someone treated him and gave him a special power. Still, up until he turned 16, he's always been treated poorly for not being able to summon a dragon. That is, until one day his dragon finally shows up. But unlike the others, his dragon takes the form of a girl. This girl sees the protagonist as her master, and herself as his servant. This anime has your typical harem fantasy storyline, where the protagonist gradually grows stronger through battles and learning from dragons. It's full of cute female characters and lots of fan service moments. Next up, we have an anime called Orient. Unlike the previous two anime I talked about, which seem colorful and entertaining, this one takes on a much darker tone. The story is set in a world where people are either enslaved by demons or become hunters to take them down. The protagonist, Musashi, dreams of becoming a demon hunter alongside his friend. However, both end up as slaves to the demons, and their real journey begins from there. Their goal? To achieve freedom and hunt down these terrifying creatures. Musashi works incredibly hard to achieve his goals, but as you might expect, the path is anything but easy. If you're looking for a solid shonen anime with a gripping narrative, this might be the one for you. Stories about fighting for freedom always have a certain appeal. Think Attack on Titan.
Throw away the city lights, throw away the cars. Give me a clear night underneath all the stars.
The last anime on the list is Ranking of Kings. It's impossible you haven't heard of this anime. After its release, it made quite a buzz. And if I'm not mistaken, it even won the award for Best Male Protagonist. For those who haven't heard of it yet, let me give a quick overview. The main character is a prince who is both deaf and mute. But these limitations don't stop him from being powerful. He tames a dangerous shadow-like creature, or better said, he befriends it. Our protagonist is actually the child of a couple of giants, the last giants of their kind, and after his father's death, the giant race comes to an end. But this raises a lot of questions. Why isn't the boy a giant? Why is he so small, and why can't he gain any physical strength no matter how hard he tries? The anime answers all your questions, and I don't want to spoil too much, but trust me, it's amazing. Although I know many people consider this anime to be childish, mainly because of the animation style and designs, if that doesn't bother you and you can overlook it, you're in for an emotional and unique experience. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Your feedback means a lot to us. And to stay updated with our new videos, make sure to hit the bell icon. Goodbye for now, and see you in the next video.